guys, it is Gabrielle Ishell. Welcome back to my channel. And today, well, if you guys do not know, first off, I am 13 months post-relaxer right now. So I wanted to give a few tips on the things that I've learned throughout my natural journey so far. So if anyone is watching that is currently transitioning to natural hair, I just wanted to give a few tips of things that I've learned and things that have helped me throughout my transitioning process. So if you are interested, keep on watching. See y'all, I got a long list of things. I got a notebook. This has everything related to my hair in it, and I'm gonna share with you guys a few things that I've learned. So first things first, and I'm gonna be reading from my journal. First things first, and they're not in any type of order of importance or relevance or whatever. Well, they're all relevant, but yeah, okay. So first things first, smaller sections are better. And I've learned this the hard way because having relaxed hair, it doesn't really matter if you have sections or not. Everything is smooth and it just flows. With natural hair, everything is not on one accord all the time. So I started off with doing 4 sections because that's what the girls in the YouTube videos do. But I've learned that I need 6, sometimes 8 sections of hair to properly do the things that I want to do with it. So like detangling, sometimes having this is how I started, 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. But I've noticed that even in this big section right here, that my hair still gets tangled with the other hairs in that section. So I break it down a little bit more, and it's been easier for me to manipulate my hair that way. So that is the very first tip that I have. The second tip is to make sure you remove your shedded hair when you're taking out a protective style, because if you don't, and I've learned this the hard way as well, if you don't remove your shedded hair, so let's take it back a little bit. When you have a protective style in your hair is shedding within the protective style, but it's just not falling out because it's braided or twisted or however you have it. But when you take the protective style out, all that shedded hair is sitting in your hair. So it's stuck in the curl. So when you take your protective style out, you need to comb it, detangle it, and go through and comb it again, detangle it again, because I thought there were multiple times where I thought I detangled my hair really good. I was able to, put my fingers through my hair and just slide through my hair. But when I got in the shower, my hair told me something else. So make sure you detangle your hair 2-3 times. You can use conditioner, you can use an oil, or you can even use apple cider vinegar to help with the takedown process. And if you're interested in seeing how to properly remove a protective style, I actually have a video on that, and I will leave that up in the cards above. Another big thing, and I actually saw someone else say it first, I can't remember her name, but she's also transitioning, and she said that, well, we all know that we're supposed to take care of our ends, right? Because the ends of our hair are the oldest piece of the hair, so they need more attention. But she pointed out that, when you do a big chop, your natural hair, the ends of your natural hair are immediately exposed to potential damage and breakage. But when you're transitioning, you get to retain all of your natural hair's length, because the relaxed hair is still the piece that is being exposed to the damage. So that's one big pro to transitioning. You get to hold on to all of your hair, all of your new growth that comes in. You get to hang on to it. You don't have to trim your hair for split ends or anything like that, because the hair that you're trimming, or the hair that can be damaged, really is the relaxed hair. But at the same time, you do want to take care of the ends, because whatever happens down here, it comes up. So if you have a split end down here, it travels up. So if you don't take care of your relaxed hair, the damage is going to spread up into your natural hair. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of both your natural and relaxed hair. And in the beginning, I saw videos that said that, but I didn't really care about my relaxed hair as I should, because I knew that it was going to eventually come off. Whether it broke off or I did the big chop, I knew it was gonna go somehow. So I didn't really care for my relaxed hair as I should, even when I was going natural. I cared more about my natural hair, which I didn't even have a lot of at the time. So you just want to make sure that you're keeping in mind that this is still the oldest part of your hair and it's still prone to damage just like any other strand of your hair. Another thing that I wanted to put on the list is hair growth oils. I am currently using the Canvas Beauty brand hair growth serum, hair blossom serum, excuse me. And this is supposed to promote hair growth. We know nothing really makes your hair grow, but things can promote hair growth and stimulate hair growth. People neglect those little things, and like vitamins, water, and what you're eating, and they expect their hair to grow like exponentially. That's not going to happen. So you want to make sure, in addition to the hair growth oils that you're using, you want to make sure that you're living that healthy lifestyle, because what you put in your body is what is going to come out. So if I'm healthy, I'm putting in greens, fruits and veggies, that is going to make my hair flourish. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned so far is that stretched hair is the best hair. And what I mean by that is when your hair is in its curly state, I feel like it's more prone to breakage and also more prone to single strand knots, which is what I get a lot in the nape of my neck because my hair is the kinkiest in the back. And sometimes it's hard for me to blow dry because I do like blow drying my hair. I feel like that's the easiest way. But however you do it, make sure your hair is stretched because it's just easier all around when your hair is stretched. And I actually have a series coming up on how I keep my hair stretched. So stay tuned for that. If you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. The next thing is to deep condition. I don't know how many times people can stress enough that deep conditioning is super, super, super important, especially when you're transitioning. Your hair is so dry and your relaxed hair is not used to having the need for moisture. So this is completely new to me. I have to put moisture back into my hair. So because my hair is dry. My scalp is really dry too. And dryness leads to breakage. So we want to make sure that you're retaining the length of your hair, so you need to put moisture in it. So I have been using the LCO method, which is the leave-in or liquid, and then I put the cream on top of that, and then I do an oil to seal in the moisture. And then also when I detangle my hair, our natural hair loves water. Like that, water is its best friend. So when I detangle my hair, I always make sure that my hair is wet because it's just easier all around. Another good thing that I've learned throughout this process is that apple cider vinegar and co-washes are a good alternative to shampooing your hair, because historically shampoo is known to strip the hair of oils, sometimes even the good oils that we need in our hair. So doing a co-wash, which is washing your hair with conditioner, or using apple cider vinegar are also good alternatives to shampooing your hair every single week. So you can do 1 week of shampoo and then the next week of co-washing, or the next week of apple cider vinegar rinse. So it's just, there's like a lot of ways to get your hair clean without necessarily stripping your hair. Another thing is to get rid of all expectations that you had. You know, when you're transitioning to natural, you don't really know what type of hair you're going to have. And unless you've been down this route before, or you've been like a few months without getting a perm before. So you don't really know what kind of hair you have. You don't really know the texture or the porosity of your hair. So just go with the flow, you know, learn as you go. Don't have expectations of how you think your hair is going to be, because you're going to be disappointed when it's not. Like my hair, I wasn't expecting type 3 hair, because I know I've been without a perm for 3 months. So I know that my hair is really tightly curled. So I wasn't expecting 3A hair or 3C hair, but still, even with that, I can't really set these high expectations or any expectations because I don't know what my hair is going to be like when I do the big chop, or even like after the big chop when I'm like a year into my natural, fully natural hair, because your curl pattern can transform throughout your hair's life. So, you know, not forming expectations is just a way that you just save yourself from disappointment, because everyone's not going to have the good hair, which is the, I guess type 3 is considered good hair, but everyone's not going to have that. So if you're expecting, you're like, oh, I'm going to transition to natural and have hair like Bianca Renee, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when you get 3 months in and you see that your hair looks like Brie Hall's hair or my hair. So no expectations. Another thing is less direct heat. So you don't want to use your curling iron. You don't want to use your flat iron anymore. And that's because of the direct heat that it has on your hair. It's damaging to our curls. So you want to refrain from using those things. You can, however, still use your blow dryer. I use my blow dryer and I try to put it on the cool setting. Sometimes I do put it on the high heat because I'm like, I need to get my hair dry, but it's recommended that you put it on the cool setting. And there's also various ways to blow dry your hair so that the heat is not directly on your hair. So there are a whole bunch of ways to do that, to get around having direct heat on your hair. Heat breaks down the bonds in our hair, so this is what causes heat damage, and it causes our curls to not be curly. If your hair is damaged by the heat, they basically look like my relaxed ends. They're like straight and straggly and not curly anymore. So we want to make sure that we are using the proper tools on our hair, which do not include heat for the most part. You know, every once in a while, if you want to, you know, if you have a special event and you want to have curls or flat iron your hair, it's good, but we're not supposed to be consistently applying heat on our hair. It's not healthy for our hair at all. And the very last thing, because I get this a lot, is the big chop. Regarding the big chop, so when I chose to transition to natural hair, I decided that I was not going to do the big chop right away and be basically bald, as they say. I saw a video and a girl called herself bald, and I thought it was so funny, but I didn't want to have super short hair, so I decided to do the transition. And really, it is on your terms. No one can tell you to cut your hair, because who is going to be taking care of your hair when it's cut? Not your sister, not your brother. It's going to be you. So you want to make sure you cut your hair when you are ready. You don't have to feel pressure from anyone else. You don't have to feel like you need to do this because everyone else is doing it. You know, take your time, and whenever the time comes, make sure that you are comfortable in doing so. I personally wanted to do the big chop a year post relaxer, but I am here now a year post relaxer and I'm not ready for the big chop. So and then people ask me all the time, like, why don't you just big chop? I'm like, I'm not ready. I want to be able to put my hair in a ponytail. So maybe once that happens, my hair will be long enough, but maybe not. So it's whenever I personally feel comfortable in doing that, because it's a big decision. Big chop, big decision. You'll know when you are ready for the big chop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are transitioning or even thinking about transitioning, leave me a comment down below and let's talk about it. And if you have already transitioned and are fully natural, also leave me a comment down below and just let me know if these things were things that you experienced and if you have any tips or advice for us transitioners. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel to follow me on my journey, and also hit that bell to be notified whenever I post. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this content and want to see something similar to this in the future. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.